Hi, Doc Martin, the lone journalist for KRAZ TV with the last book of the book reviews for Mother's Day here on 2023, The Private Lives of Public Birds by Jack Gedney. Learning to listen to birds where we live. The most joyous of birds. This book is a sweetheart. Of all those 4 books, well, one of them was pretty good, and the other ones were half too low reads. But this one was worth every penny. The guy is just a wonderful writing, and he has a lot of joy. He rides bicycles. He owns a bird store, where you get bird feed and other little things that help people love birds and all that. So and his parents had one, so he's been around birds all of his life. And he talks about 15 different birds in his city. This is from Heyday, Berkeley, California. Illustrations by Anna Coos Park. And she is a great illustrator. There's little birds. She only does pen and ink here. There's no color in these pictures as far as plumes and all, but they do talk about them. But it's the little California towhee, and they have Melazona chrysalis. So they have the scientific name, the common name, and then their little statement of their own, the brown bird or something. So he gives a little synopsis and talks about their songs. Here's one, The Garden Keeper. It's about California scrub jay, a fellow Coma californica. So it goes on and on about the different birds. But they said this bird has planted more forest because it can take acorns and plant them. And remember, we're about 3,000 a year. And some, they lose or don't get around to finding or whatever. And so they become the great oaks in California. All of these birds he talks about are in California, but us here in Arizona still have many of these birds too. Some of my favorite birds are like the mockingbird. The house finch is mentioned in here. It's just a sweet little bird. The American robin, Turdus migratoris. I don't know about that first name, but there it is. There's a lot of humor, a lot of realization and understanding, and heartfelt stories in here. So I think Jack is one of our great ornithologists. He talks about eBird a lot. Now, at KRAZ TV and at KRAZTV.com, we have eBird over there for people to go to Cornell. It's from Cornell University in ornithology. And they're one of the leading institutions in America for this type of studies. So at the back of the book, they talk about where you can go get all the books and recordings for sounds of birds. And if you listen, you can hear it. And they say a lot of birds, you can hear some of the sounds, but there's sounds only that the birds have for themselves. So it's really a sweet story about birds and that are common in towns, and they don't cover pigeons, things like that, but they cover mockingbirds and, I don't know, turkey vultures and hooded orioles, light of the oasis, the great horned owl. They hoot here every night. So I just love birds. I feed birds. I'm going to feed them here in a minute. The sun's just come up. That's so informative. The devotion's fruit, the mourning dove. This goldfinch is not the lesser. They call it the lesser goldfinch because the American goldfinch is the goldfinch, and so this one's called the lesser. But there's nothing lesser about it. So he's kind of down on the names. The house bench, but I want to see where my friend is. There it is, the dusky demon, the northern mockingbird. I said this mockingbird is native to California, which I did not know. I know that mockingbirds are everywhere, and I sure do love them. They're one of the most vocal birds, and they know sounds of, they said they'll sing for hours at night, and they sing to keep other birds to let them know. He isn't doing it to impress the female because she's sleeping, but he's making sure that anybody out there that thinks that they might hone in on his territory are sadly mistaken. And it's such a sweet bird. There's thrashers out there right now. The curved-bill thrasher here in Arizona. So it just goes on and on about the beauties and joy. And this book is a real book of joy. You know, we did Robin Roberts' book about a book of joy. And I just like doing books with something about joy in them. But I do show you as a journalist all the other stuff too. So keep reading. We got this book at the Piedmont County Public Library here in Tucson, just like we got all of our other books. But this one will put a smile on your face, and it'll get you to listen the next time you're out in nature. Thanks for watching, and come back and watch all of our shows. Carrie ZTV. Doc Martin.